What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, Steve?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family without further ado. Let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Living in Germany has me rethinking my whole American lifestyle, y'all. Like, why are Germans not tired? Like, I could have sworn I seen a 90-year-old woman power walking up the hill earlier with trekking poles while I'm over here sweating, huffing and puffing, pushing this stroller up the same hill that she just walked up with zero effort. Meanwhile, in America, we're so lazy that we will drive one block to check the mailbox. Y'all, literally, to check the mailbox. I'm not making this up. Then there's the grocery store situation. In America, you can go to Sam's Club or Costco and buy groceries for a month. Literally, of course, it's all processed. Pizzas, anything frozen. And it can last you for a whole month. And you still not know what's in half of the boxes because everything's frozen, microwavable, and somehow has a expiration date of 2047. I don't know how they make that happen, but in Germany, you're grocery shopping every few days. And if you buy more than 2 bags, I feel like the cashier is always looking at me. Like, why does she have all of this food? Americans' diets are literally made up of so much processed food.
It is.
Listen, nah. Girl, nobody got time to be taking these kids to the store every week.
She already got 2.
But we don't buy microwavable foods. Us, our family. But they do have a lot of families that do. But no, baby, when we shop, the basket is filled to the top. I see a lot of families grab another basket.
I don't think we showed them a grocery haul in a while.
Yeah, we haven't shown them.
Ooh,
Since
we haven't showed them a grocery haul in a while. Yeah. We did, and there was some good eating right there too.
It was light. It was a light grocery haul.
But man, we're gonna fill it up. We're gonna fill it fresh up. But if the expiration date not aligning with the meal type, then we'll be to the store every day because it just it makes sense.
Right, but I mean, I have too. My plate is too full of places to go here, places to go there. I'm not shopping weekly.
Y'all gonna see. Watch, when we pull up to Germany and we can do our grocery shopping, they're gonna be looking at us too like, y'all cooking for a club?
Even though we're gonna be there for a week.
Gonna eat good.
And this really explains why so many elder Germans are still so active in Germany. It's definitely giving a fresh produce or death because they don't want anything less than fresh. Then can we talk about the peace that I experienced here in Germany? I can go shopping without being on high alert and looking at every stranger that walks by me like they're going to snatch my child. In the U.S., I'm scanning where the exits are. Why is this dude looking at me?
Exactly.
Like, here, I'm just enjoying my life. I'm simply just enjoying living. So, yeah, Germany might be cold in the wintertime, but the lifestyle is giving warm. I definitely can see myself living in Germany for the rest of my life as opposed to America because America is chaotic and Germany is calm, beautiful. I can't even put it into words.
Well, she put it in a lot of words.
She did a good job.
Listen, that video alone will have people move.
Why does no one talk about this problem in Germany? Germans don't accept non-natives trying to learn German. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're at a restaurant, you want to practice your German that you've been working so hard on. But you decide, okay, I'm gonna order in German. The waiter comes, you start to order, mess up a little bit, and then the waiter just says, oh, let's just speak in English. Oh no,
I've been there, done that.
Fine, I can speak English, let's just speak in English. I feel like in any other country, if you were trying to learn the language or so obviously trying to practice, they would react completely differently. For example, if you're in Spain, they would be like, oh yes, of course, go ahead, we can help you practice, go ahead. But in Germany, I feel like they just say, no, let's just speak in English. Now, whether this is because they want to be helpful, or they also want to practice their English, I just feel like it's not encouraged for foreigners to openly practice German with natives. My personal experience learning German, I practiced with my friends or people that I knew. I would always speak to them in German and they would always reply in English because they wanted to practice their English. If you're a native German, please let me know your opinion on this. This is
What if we just sound extra slow to them? Not
In
real
slow,
talk.
he be special. Well, dang it.
I mean,
a slang.
I mean though, but like
retarded.
Yeah. Like, what if we just sound off key?
Right.
Totally off key. I'm talking about like.
And then like, okay, look, bless your heart.
For instance, right? Can I have?
Struggling.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get
Just
that.
struggling.
You know what I'm saying? And to them, they hear us and we like. So yeah, just tell me what you need, and they want to talk in English because they know they can get the order quicker.
Yeah. And see, for a person like me, I found being abroad for the first time, I didn't want to feel out of place.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because I'm already in a foreign place, and I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb, you know? So I think I would feel like that would be beneficial to me to speak English and just like get fluent in their greetings. As long as I can greet you in your language, I feel comfortable. But if they okay with speaking in English, so be it.
Yeah. So like in Texas, they have a huge Espanol culture. You know what I'm saying? And some days I'll go get a taco. You know what I'm saying? And, or some nachos for the wife. And I'll be telling them, you know, because sometimes I do the practice and I'll be, you know, ordering my food in Spanish and then they reply to me in English and I'll be like, I understand. Okay,
We know we here, but we try.
Cause I just be trying to be looking at them and then they'll reply back in English and I'm like, okay, so it's not gonna work. You're not gonna give it back to me like I give it to y'all. But
They look at you like, nice try.
Yeah, basically.
affects me ever since I came here and I started to learn German and had these sort of situations. And if you're learning German, please let me know what you think about this or if this situation has ever happened to you. That's it. Bye.
You have someone doing it for you, but in Germany, you gotta race through that thing. They scan that. It's like an Olympic sport, I swear. And
grocery shop.
if you don't bag your goods in time, then the 5 people in line, they'll just sit there and look at you. And the guy who's doing the girl who's doing the scanning as well, once she's done, that's it. And then she just looks at you while you spend the next 10 minutes trying to put your stuff in. I would say that's the hardest thing about that it took getting used to.
Oh, so you think that's why they be looking at people with bulk items crazy? Cause like you got a bag, all of that, and all we have is like a juice, some eggs, and a little onion. And when we looking at you like, get it out. Get out the way.
Probably, because I remember our first time in Aldi. And first of all, I'm like, y'all ain't got no bags.
Yeah.
And then I got a bag in myself, and the cashier was like, I'll help you.
And the line is just, everybody sitting there with their little 2 items.
Holding up the line.
Holding it up.
I'm an American living in Germany. So this video is for all my US citizens looking to visit Germany. You might see some very, very strange things on the road as you're driving that we don't normally see in the US. And this right here is one of them. Look at all of these trucks in the right lane only. They're lined up for kilometers, except for these 2 guys. Because these 2 guys, unfortunately, didn't get the memo that there's no passing. You see this sign right here? That means no passing for trucks, buses, or cars with trailers on the back. So get in the right lane,
Okay.
buddy. This is a rare occurrence in the U.S.
Rare.
Yes, in the U.S. Certain parts of highways and expressways and interstates, trucks are not allowed in the left lane. Yes. But do they take it this serious? No. I've never driven and seen trucks lined up for miles doing 30 miles an hour. You know how hard it must be to be a truck driver in Germany? Because they're getting tired because they're going so slow. I can understand why sometimes the delivery takes so long out here. It took us 2 months to get a couch because it was probably stuck in traffic behind all the other trucks. So if you're a German citizen and you're visiting the U.S. and you see trucks flying by in the left lane, right lane, middle lane, don't be startled. Just get out the way. This is just a word of advice from your boy. You guys have a good day.
Listen, that is so freaking scary. You just doing the speed limit and a truck is speeding behind you, sir. You have so many tons that you carrying. Don't be coming do that behind me.
Man, that's control, and they be hit. They can only do a certain limit, y'all.
And that's
then
why
the
they
officers
see.
gonna pull them over and be like, "Hey, you know you over your time. I mean over your limit." But shout out to our CDL drivers, bro. We we appreciate y'all getting our packages when we ask for it.
Right,
For
next
real.
day, prime delivery.
But I don't see them boss sitting in no line. Oh no.
Driving
Oh,
that slow, unless the pay is higher. That's the only way.
Man, and then and when they get sleepy on that road.
When they time max out and they gotta pull over.
Man, I'm just like, bro, that little slow line gonna have me look. I'm not there yet. I'm just dozing off.
Things that would shock Americans if they would come to Germany. Number one, we do not smile at each other. When we see each other, we don't. That would be weird. They would think you're a psychopath. Number two, cigarettes and coffee are considered.
Low key did her before. We're gonna. I don't know. Yeah. We low key did her before. Cause sometimes with the TikToks collabs, like you get the video at least once every other video.
In Germany, one of the biggest culture shocks that I had was hearing Germans talk about fancy or bougie things like they were completely normal. For instance, people saying, oh yeah, everyone in my family drives a BMW or a Mercedes Benz. What? That is super, super fancy, especially for back home. Only bougie people who are after status drive Mercedes Benz, BMWs. It's not an everyday car. But here in Germany, it's very, very normal. Also hearing people say, oh yeah, I grew up skiing. Like it's no big deal. Just because it is so accessible to ski here, you can go to the Alps. There's so many other places that you can go to, for instance, in Poland to ski. That's very, very fancy, but Germans just say that quite casually. Also saying, I grew up listening to classical music, or I listen to classical music every day. Bougie, fancy.
Is it?
We don't say that back home.
Pause.
I don't really know anyone.
I think that depends on a person, because I think an average person, especially any of our supporters who have been watching us for years, they would look at us and think that we don't listen to classical music. But our children, when I was pregnant with them, I would put the headphones on my belly and have them listen to Beethoven and jazz and opera.
And they'll be kicking away.
Right. So
I don't know if they're trying to keep the headphones off or they jamming. But they'll be kicking.
Yeah.
They'll be kicking away.
And the reason for that, why we started doing that is because who was it? I think it was my social worker. Like she recommended it. She was like, you want your children to be math geniuses.
Heavy on vibrations.
Yes, put that on. It's gonna make them think in numbers.
And I think you're right though. It is heavy on the person, because it's like you can have a good car, and it's not necessarily status. It's the fact that they can just afford it, or they worked hard for it,
and that's what they want.
And that's what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta look at it for what it is, and unless you have that conversation and you see the ego and the pride pop out first, and you're just like, oh yeah, you really trying to tell me about this? Tell me about this car.
Yeah, okay. I just think it's just preference.
Yeah.
But back home, my age group or younger that chooses to listen to classical music over something else. But I have heard many people here in Germany say that they prefer that type of music. There's so many other things that always shock me, so I'm definitely going to make a part 2.
Today's day 32 of Culture Shock. So moving from Austin, Texas to Berlin, Germany. Let's get into it. Today we are talking about the restroom, the bathroom, the toilet, the water closet, washing closet, whatever you want to call it. We are talking about the restroom. All right. Now, it can be similar or the same in a lot of different European countries. I'm not entirely sure. However, I have really noticed here in Germany that the way that the bathrooms are set up in a lot of restaurants, not all, but in a lot of restaurants, is essentially like, do you have the restroom and there's the first door. So you have the first door, you open the first door, and then there's just like the little sink area, right? So you can wash your hands there, and then there's a second door. The first door does not have a lock, okay? First door doesn't have a lock, so you can just go and wash your hands. The second door that you have to go through does have a lock, because that's where the toilet is, okay? So it makes sense. That way, if someone wants to wash their hands while someone's using the toilet, they can. But I find it kind of awkward because I don't really know what the protocol is, okay? So just at a restaurant, and I had to use the restroom, so I go in and I open the first door because the first door isn't locked, right? And there's just a man at the sink, and I go, oh, and I kind of felt like I had walked in on him on the restroom. You know that feeling of like they forgot to lock the door, and like you're like, oh, so I opened the door, and I was like, oh, sorry, and he kind of acted like, oh, Like, what are you doing here? And so I closed it. And then I realized, like, wait, that's just the first door. Like, there wasn't a toilet in there. Like, I think there's another door to go to the toilet. And so then I opened it again.
Did we experience that? Listen.
Okay.
But did we experience that?
In Turkey.
We experienced that in Turkey.
No. We didn't.
He came out the women's bathroom.
He went in the women's bathroom. That was the women's bathroom.
Is that not the same what she's saying?
Nope. They had a women's bathroom and they had a men's bathroom. He was in the women's bathroom. Even the other people was looking at us like, did we see the same thing?
And I'm looking at him like, bro, you saw that? And he was like, I saw that. And his wife was in there. And that's why I was looking at him like, so we're not from there, so we didn't know.
So I didn't go in the bathroom because
we didn't.
I don't play that.
Okay, so this was different.
I don't want to be in no bathroom. I'm just
call it trauma. He came out with his hands like it was drying his hands off, and he just kept walking. I'm
not doing that one. If I see a man in the bathroom, I'm walking down, I'm going to hold it.
Like, sir, did you know or did you not know? Let us know, y'all. Let us know how that go, cuz.
And I was like, sorry, like, is there anyone in there? And he goes, no, there's no one in there. I go, okay. So then we're doing this weird, like there's not a lot of space in the sink area, right? Like, it's pretty small. So then we're like, for me to get to the toilet. And then I'm like, is this correct? I was in my head like, I know I'm probably overthinking this, but what is the correct protocol? Are you supposed to wait until the person leaves, like the person's no longer washing their hands? Or was I correct? And like, I can use the restroom while he's washing his hands? Because it was just so awkward. And then I felt like I was inconveniencing him, but like I had to use the restroom and like the restroom was free. It was just so odd. In the States, very different. Like if it's a restroom like that, like just a singular restroom, there's gonna be a lock just on the first door.
Boom. And we're gonna stop right there. So basically what she's saying is like we have boys, girls, family. In the family bathroom, people would walk in and out, period, unless you have it locked. Other than that, the other bathrooms are accessible.
Right. We don't have like any space. Well,
I don't know. I haven't experienced that.
It sounds like she's, some like when we go to like these little small restaurants, right, where it's
the
not
hall space. Yeah,
where it's not a male or a female restroom. It's just one restroom, and whoever has it has it. But it's like we have the whole restroom, like she said. It's not where anybody could just come in to to wash their hands while someone else is using the restroom.
But she's talking about that's locked, so it's kind of like a proof
Only
where they can go in. It's like no one is using the restroom. They can go in and lock the door.
That's the restroom, but anybody can go in to wash their hands.
Right.
I would it would be an adjustment.
Scratching your head.
Yeah, it would be an adjustment because, okay, especially like children, right? Children, they're fast. They could open the door because they finished, but they still have they still need to zip up.
Right. For some reason, the shoe off. I don't know.
Right. And if a person is there who's of the opposite sex, I would feel, I don't know. It's just a cultural difference.
It's all it is a cultural difference, and it's normalized. And when you're around things like that, then it's what it is. You flow with it, and you use stuff it, and you learn from it. But obviously, she was like, "Hey, what do you do?"
Right.
In these times, and that's a good question because I would want to know.
Right. But the good thing about it is that they don't have what we have here. Being that they have where the people are able to go wash their hands here. First of all, no, ours just sound different. But being that they have the whole stall is enclosed. Our stalls, Lord, I can't speak anymore. Our stalls, people will be able to look under.
Correct.
Good thing they don't have that.
They don't.
So that's the good thing about it. It's just knowing these things ahead of time is very, very helpful.
Right. They could just start putting the sink in the bathroom with them, like in the stall.
That's a little too much now.
It's a little key too much.
That's a little much.
Just get you in and out quick then,
It'll be very, very tiny.
All right.
Very tiny.
Just exercise the space and make it bigger.
All right. All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.